gullibility and absenteeism. Rodney had all of those, and he bought out John Lucero for $6,000 and became a partner.
As Rodney was investing in another skateboard company, he was forced to quit Paul Peralta and ride for World Industries. By this time, freestyle was losing popularity. Consequently, Rodney's new teammates tried to make him adapt his skills to street skating.
No, I never really liked freestyle. But the shit Rodney was doing, it was like kind of beyond freestyle. A lot of it, you could like use it on the street and stuff. He was doing like a lot of ollie stuff and 360 flips and stuff like that.
Rodney! No, shit, don't do it! Here.
Freestyle just looks like it's like a ballerina type thing, you know, like it seems like it's more the feminine style of skating. So I think that's why it died.
Entitles the bear to focus. It's just so weird. It's so big. I feel kind of manly though. I mean.
Though freestyle had gone out of fashion, Rodney wasn't ready to give up.
What are you asking me? You're asking me to give up everything that I've done and do this. I'm not selling out. So here I am with the ultra refined ballerina stuff, and that was fine. And so I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it until there was no more, and I'm left alone. I figured that was it for me in my public life and skating.
By 1990, Rodney's board was discontinued as freestyle died completely. His responsibilities as a company owner forced him to drop out of college. Although he still skated by himself after work, his career had taken an unexpected turn.
And I went through this horrible period of being a company guy, which I never wanted to be, and being like a team manager guy, which I never wanted to be.
After I got numb, I first actually went to the factory. He's like, you know, the one who's walking around the warehouse to getting my boards and stuff. I'm tripping out like, man, this guy's a team manager? Like, this is Rodney Mullen.
Rodney's formal upbringing had done little to prepare him for managing a team of unpredictable kids.
We're just trying to survive day to day, and things keep happening, and it is Pandora's box. When you start asking these pros to be themselves and let it out, you know, you're gonna get it.
We were hell. All of us, all those kids that World Industries and Blind, and we put Rodney like through it, seriously. I've never seen anybody look, you know, more stressed out than that. Like, just totally turn pale. It's like, look like he wants to faint. You know, and he's got to take care of these little monster kids, and I mean, he did a good job, you know. Nobody died. And
cut off from his dreams of skateboarding in school, Rodney was surrounded by people whom he couldn't relate with.
Rodney's just an outsider in life. I mean, there's not too many people that can relate to him or that he can even relate with. You tend to be an outcast when you can't find any peers.
Just as Rodney was feeling he no longer had a place in skateboarding, a new company was formed called Plan B. Headed by Mike Ternaski, Plan B wanted to add Rodney's talent and ability to their already incredible team. Once again, an effort was made to get Rodney to street skate.
We've been trying to get Rodney to do stuff in the street. I tried, Stacy tried, and we failed. And Mike T came along and goes, man, I can do it. And I just was like looking at him, yeah, right. You know, we're never going to get him to do that kind of stuff.
I know Mike had a lot to do with pushing Rodney in a direction to want to progress. And it's like Mike, if he was like going to say, hey Rodney, do this, he knew that inside of you wanted to do it. So what happened with Mike and Rodney was that he saw something in Rodney, and he made a couple comments, and I think he saw like, holy shit, he could really do this if he committed to it.
In 1994, Mike Ternasky was tragically killed in a car accident.
He was such a great person. He lifted you so high, and that's why Plan B was what it was. And it was clear once Mike was gone, it just was never the same.
Without Ternasky's direction and leadership, Plan B began slowly dissolving over the next 4 years. In 1997, Rodney started his own company called A-Team. He also came up with an idea involving friend and world teammate Daewon Song.
Rodney versus Daewon. The way it came about too is it was not planned whatsoever. Rodney had a part ready and he wanted to do something with it. And then I had a part and we were like, you know what? Instead of waiting, let's just make a video together.
I like to do it. What do we do? Well, it could be Rodney Daewon friends. Or what about Rodney versus Daewon?
Between us, we weren't against each other, but at the same time, we were still competing in a sense. Like the weekend would pass and I'd be like, Rodney, what, you film?
And so we keep going because we still have this, hey, what'd you get this weekend? No, what'd you get this weekend?
All right, you know, how many tricks you got? 32? Okay, I got 30.
After that first video, kids really believe it. Kids were like, oh yeah, I think Rodney's better. Oh no, Daewon killed it, you know. That's when they started getting like, hey dude, these kids took it serious.
And so like, you wanna do it again? Sure, round 2. And then I was like, holy moly, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna look like an idiot. You did what over the weekend, Daewon? Oh my God, I'm dead, my career's over.
I can't mess with a lot of stuff Rodney does. I mean, that's the truth. But we do such different tricks that it bounces off each other, you know what I mean? Like, we fed off each other.
His skating impacted vert skating, impacted street skating, and he himself was just a skateboarder, the most progressive skateboarder probably ever.
He invented everything. He started it all, even though it was on a small square board.
Rodney Mullen invented all of the modern street skating tricks. I mean, he's the godfather of all that's current.
Markinsoff made up the dark slide, jumping on the rail, you know, the caveman way, but Rodney was the first one to, like, that I've seen, like, ollie, half flip to a dark slide and pull it, and he's done, like, who knows how many variations of it.